What is up, my fellow golf ball addicts? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day a lot of us have been waiting for. MyGolfSpy has been teasing us for months about their golf ball test results, and it's finally here. And, I want to see what their, data is. I want to see what the results are. I want to compare it to a little bit of what we do here. If you're new to the channel, this is Golf Ball Addict, and we test golf balls from the average golfer perspective. Forgiveness is a big part of what we do. We really try to change how people are looking at golf balls. We do a lot of direct-to-consumer here. I've tested over 200 different golf ball models at this point, so it's a pretty crazy market right now, especially since COVID. So let's dive into this. Let's see how their data compares to our data here. I'm excited, guys. I have been really looking forward to this, and I'm glad it finally came out. So I'm going to scroll down to the About Golf Ball Models Tested. Okay, 1 second here. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So already off the bat, I only see about 44 models somewhere in there that were tested. That's not bad, but keep in mind, like I just said, we've tested over 200 here. There are so many great, two-piece models. There's also a lot of direct-to-consumer that is just fantastic. There is not a single direct-to-consumer on here. Now, some of you might say, well, wait a minute, no, Vice is on there. Vice is no longer direct-to-consumer. They're available at PGA Superstore, Walmart, Target. I mean, they're available at almost every single retailer. And because of that, that's not direct-to-consumer. Direct-to-consumer means basically you're from the manufacturer to the consumer, right? So, I mean, you could make an argument that MaxFly balls are just because Dick's Sporting Goods owns MaxFly. It's the only place you can get them. But even then, that's not true direct-to-consumer for me, so it's a little disappointing. I mean, we have all the AAA balls here. We have, Callaway and Srixon and Bridgestone, but, as far as any, underground models or, lesser-known models, they're just not on here, and that's kind of disappointing because some of those have been the best tested on our side. So we'll still see what they have, though. This is just the big boys. I see the Pinnacle Rush on there. That doesn't really make a lot of sense considering the Pinnacle Rush has been discontinued, and at this point it's the Pinnacle Distance. So I don't know why they tested particular that one and not the Soft either. You have the Soft and the Rush, so I don't know that. Pinnacle being a Titleist ball comes out of the Titleist plant, or a Cushnet, whatever you want to call it. It's all same factory though. It's a parent company of Titleist. Okay, I mean, yeah, I wish there had been more models, but let's go ahead and just dive in and see what these numbers are. So coming down here... All right, starting with longest golf balls. Okay, fast swing speed, 116 mile an hour. I imagine it's going to be a lot of X model golf balls. The brand new king is the Callaway Chrome Tour Triple Diamond. Now, they had mentioned in a couple teasers that this was going to change. It was no longer the left dash. And it's not. It's the Chrome Tour Triple Diamond. I actually did a review not too long ago where it was from the average swinger perspective, but it was the left dash versus the Triple Diamond. It was a really fun review. Everyone seemed to have a really good time with it. The Triple Diamond surprised me. It really did. That's a fantastic golf ball, so that's rightfully deserving. The PXG Extreme Tour being number 2. Now, the reason I laugh at that is because... last year on our top 100, PXG Tour and Tour X got number 1 and number 2 on our top 100 list. Now, we do all kinds of factors that factor that in, but I was heavily criticized for it. I got so many comments that said that people essentially couldn't trust my channel because I put PXG in the top 10. Even in the top 10, top 20, it just had no business being there. PXG's awful, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. Number 2. It seems to me like, both with, advanced testing as far as, MyGolfSpy and, average testing from my standpoint, the PXG Extreme Tour seems to be pretty darn good. Maybe we should stop with the stereotyping. Maybe we should stop with, just I hear people on the internet all the time say like PXG sucks. I don't know why. I mean, most people who say that have not used their clubs or seen. This is a big deal. It's a very big deal. So put some respect on their name. Bridgestone Tour BX, we actually just got done a couple days ago or yesterday, whatever, doing a test for all Tour B models. It was a quad review for. It was a great review. It was a lot of fun, really well edited, I think. Check that out if you haven't, but that turned out really good. There was some record breaking in there as well. TaylorMade Tour Response. Good for them. Are you kidding me right now? It's above the TP5. I don't even see the TP5 on here. So, I mean, you're talking straight up just a value tour ball kicking down the door and competing with the big boys. I love to see it. I love to see it. Titleist Tour Soft, I mean, whatever. That's a two-piece golf ball. It's $40 a dozen. It's supposed to be for, I thought, slower swingers, but apparently not, because that ball went a long way. Then we have the Srixon Z-Star XV, but there's also... Okay, there we go. Okay, Z-Star XV, 324 yards, and then below it's the Z-Star Diamond. Okay, interesting. Now the Kirkland was on there as well. Kirkland's another golf ball that I have said multiple times is for fast swingers. Some of you have challenged me on that. Guys, the data is lining up. I mean, they're getting a lot of distance out of it. That means it's firmer. That means it's a little bit for faster swingers. So if you're someone slow trying to use that golf ball, it might be hindering your game. I have not gotten good results with the Kirkland yet. Left dash is on there again, but boy, it lost a lot of spots. Okay, interesting. All right, now this here is the total difference between their longest, which was the Chrome Tour Triple Diamond, and the shortest, which was the TP5. Are you kidding me right now? That's crazy. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I've never been a big fan of the TP5. I've had a lot of people challenge, you know, when I post the review, but I've also heard a lot of people who are the Pro V1 loyalist. They will come and say, you know, either Pro V1 or TP5. Pro V1 or TP5. Shortest, guys. Keep that in mind. Shortest. Not my results. Don't look at me. All right, ball speed rankings, MaxFly Tour X, that checks, absolutely. And then you got right behind it the Triple Diamond, excellent. Mizuno Pro X, very underrated golf balls. The Mizuno S and the X this year. Both of them tested very well for me. I was very surprised. So those golf balls are, you know, they're the real deal. Don't undersell them. Wilson Staff Model X. Again, Wilson's been awesome in robotic testing over the last few years. Got the left dash again. Got the Pro V1X. Chrome Tour X. PXG Extreme Tour X. And then the Z-Star again. So a lot of X model golf balls. Makes sense. Fast swinger. Going to get the best ball speed. That's what they're designed to do, right? Coming down here, spin, Z-Star Diamond the most, okay, Z-Star the most. Z-Star did have a ton of spin in my testing this year, but it was a good thing in my test because the green side checkup was just out of this world, still number one with that, but also I got really good numbers for it being a tour ball despite the fact that I was just swinging from the average swing speed, so Srixons are really good. Callaway Super Soft is a low spin golf ball, but I definitely didn't get the lowest with it, but that checks still, that's close enough. Then we get into high swing irons, which is 90 mile an hour. The Tour Response, come on, you know, put some respect on the TaylorMade Tour Response. That is fantastic. To be number one in that, you know, even if the spin is low, who cares? Like, that's phenomenal. The fact that the Tour Response, the value tour ball, is outperforming the TP5 and TP5X, kind of starts to make sense a little bit when you think about the fact that some of the pro golfers have had issues. Scotty won't play it. You know, maybe it's not he won't play it, but he doesn't play it, even though he's very pro TaylorMade. That could be why. I mean, there's some serious results there, but good job. That's awesome. I love to see it. Again, Bridgestone is there with the RXS. Now, what's interesting about that is I see the RXS and I see the RX, and both of those golf balls are supposed to be for the slower swingers. That's the under 105 mile per hour with the driver. The XS and the X are for faster swingers, but they actually got phenomenal results. And that was kind of some of the issue I've had with Bridgestone in the past too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Bridgestone. I love what they did this year. You know, their balls tested very well. But I've always had issues with, you know, basically the golf balls feel like they're all for fast swingers. You know, they do. And then the RX is a prime example of that. The RXS is very weird. It's supposed to be a low compression golf ball, but it just exploded with high swing irons. So interesting. Chrome Soft, Pro S, again, Mizuno, Extreme Tour X, another PXG. Srixon Soft Feel. Okay, that's from left field. I like that though. Vice Pro, excellent. And Callaway ERC Soft. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, I did not see Vice Pro up here on the longest golf balls at all, and that's kind of surprising because I have gotten really good results with the Vice Pro Plus in particular. It's a rocket launcher off the driver. They didn't do that well this year. Even in the test 2 years ago, they did very, very well, but it looks like the newer model, something's going on, you know, with what's going, you know, how the ball's being made or something, because it didn't even get in the top. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, basically. Okay. Concerning. Remember, I've mentioned it a couple times. I've mentioned it on the channel. I don't know how Vice is going to do this year. They've always been in our top 10 or top 15, you know, but we'll have to see. You know, they still hold great value, great designs, but performance this year just wasn't as eye-popping in the past. All right. Ball speed rank. Nope, we did that. Oh, spin. Yes, again, Z-Star Diamond seems to be a spin monster. Callaway Chrome Tour X, and then Bridgestone Tour B RXS. So that explains why it got so much distance, but it's supposed to be the spin model. It's supposed to be for golfers who want more spin. Bridgestone's got some work to do. Don't get me wrong, they're on the right path. I love what they're doing, but they have some work to do, especially with that RXS ball for sure. All right, mid swing speed, 102 driver. Now hold on a second. I would challenge that. The average driver swing speed in the world for a male is 94 mile per hour. 22% of your golfers that are male in the world swing between 90 and 94. 25% swing between 94 and 98. So pretty much 50% of your market is right there in that range. 102 is a little fast. I mean, I just now got to the point where I could swing 102. And also, look at the total distance, 289. I swing 105 right now. I'm lucky to get 260, 265. I think that because they're based up north a little bit more, they might have it to where it's set higher elevation, so maybe that's why the numbers are that way. I'm Florida. I'm sea level. The ball doesn't carry at all. Trust me, it does not carry at all. So with that being said, there's going to be a little bit of discrepancy, but I would still call that a fast swing speed. I would not call that. I mean, it's almost 10 mile an hour above what the average is. I would call it fast. So just keep that in mind. I test from 97, 98. It'll be close. MaxFly Tour X, okay. Excellent. Srixon, Z-Star, XV. Again, I didn't show that at all. Actually, I got the worst performance with the XV, but I did phenomenal with the Diamond and the Z-Star. So that's kind of interesting. I haven't tested the Chrome Tour X this year yet. I got the Diamond in there. PXG, top, what is it? Top 5 again? Top 5 again. Excellent. Pro V1X, Mizuno, Wilson, Callaway, Bridgestone. Okay, so again, just the same kind of offenders there. Good to see. Longest, MaxFly Tour X. Shortest, the Srixon Z-Star Divide. Interesting. So I wonder if the Divide is a lot different. I never thought about that. You know what? That's interesting. Because now that I think about it, last year I tested the Divide and did not like them. Did not care for them at all. Actually, I really just didn't care for anything about the numbers or the feel. I tested the non-Divide versions this year, and it's one of the best golf balls I've tested this year. So I guess, is it possible that the Divide is really that different? I mean, that's crazy. Just from making it to where it's different colored. I mean, that's something to look at. That's something to look at for sure. All right, ball speed rankings, mid-swing driver, the ball speed, triple diamond, baby, keep going. Tour X, Staff Model X, Pro X, left dash. Still a lot of X in here, which makes sense. Excuse me. When you're swinging that fast, you're still going to benefit off the tee at least. Mostly for oh man, we got some advertisements here. You're still going to benefit from an X model golf ball being that way. So, oh, what is going on? There we go. Thank goodness. Come on now. I don't mind ads, but don't flood my screen with them. Holy cow. Anyway, moving on. We have the you know what's funny? I want to go back to this real quick. So the Pro V1 is finally on a list, right? Now, I'm not saying the Pro V1 is a bad golf ball, but I am going to say this. What is it going to take for the Pro V1 loyalist who pound the table and come to my comment sections and say, I'm not even paraphrasing, they say it, nothing compares to it. It is by far the best and nothing comes close. I usually ask, oh, you mean for you? And they say, no, in general, for everybody. How much data is it going to take for you guys to switch your opinion? I'm just curious. It doesn't matter to me. You're allowed to think whatever you want. If golf is about confidence, if you think it's the best and you go in there and you play it and you think it's the best, cool. But how much data is it going to take? This is the first time we've seen them, and it's last. And I just, 10th, it's not last, but it's 10th on here. It barely squeaks in. It hasn't even been on any other list. What is it going to take for you guys to maybe second guess and just think, you know what? It used to be the best. You know, for years it was the best, but you know what? Maybe that was like 5 or 6 years ago, you know? Yeah, maybe other companies have caught up. Maybe other companies are innovating. Just food for thought. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think. I really don't. But it's just, I haven't, my testing this year, Pro V1X really surprised me. Pro V1X left dash, not for me, but I'll tell you what, still surprised me. The Pro V1's okay. it's okay. You know what I mean? For my swing speed and for what I need from a golf ball, it's okay. You know, there's a lot better. And I think even here I'm seeing that too. So it's food for thought. You know, it really is. It's just something to think about. All right, spin again, Chrome Tour X, Z-Star Diamond, super soft. Okay, nothing new there. Nothing new there. Mid-swing irons, 80 mile per hour. Now that actually is mid-swing irons, so that's actually a little bit even low. Oh my goodness, Friskies, what are we doing here? What are we doing, Friskies? Holy cow. I guess I'll just wait for the Frisky ad to be done. Okay, goodness. Anyway, that is mid-swing. I agree with that completely. Pinnacle Rush, number 1. I love that. I mean, I hate that the Rush has been discontinued, and it's now the Distance, and the Distance, in my opinion, isn't as good, but I love to see it. Callaway Super Soft, again, great. I love what they've done with that Super Soft over the last few years. They've made some serious improvements to it. It's been nice. Then we have the Vice Pro. Okay, good to see. TaylorMade TP5. Good to see that, but boy, that's strange. A 5-layer golf ball like that, but it's performing well with, I mean, kind of from left field. MaxFly Tour S, TaylorMade Tour Response, good for you. And then, of course, they had to sprinkle the PXG at the bottom because why not? It's top 10 and everything. You know what I'm saying? Deserves to be there. Okay, good to see. One thing I would like to say, again, I get a lot of comments, guys. I get into a lot of debates back and forth. You know, it doesn't matter what golf ball you play. You know, X model golf balls are the best for everybody. Pinnacle Rush has the most distance. You know, Callaway Super Soft's right behind it. Your swing speed matters. What golf ball you play matters. You can see differences. They do perform differently. It's not, you know, and I know some of you are, you know, oh, it doesn't matter what golf ball I play. I get that. You might still score the same because, you know, whether you're 250 on a drive or 255 on a drive, you know, you could still hit the green in 2-putt. I get that. But there's a performance difference still. I mean, there is. There's accuracy, dispersion, durability, distance with every single club, short irons, wedges, spin, forgiveness, consistency. There's so many factors. It matters. It matters what golf ball you play, and that proves it right there. So I love to see that. 15.5 yard distance. Again, the divide. So there is something wrong with the divide. Like, that makes sense of why I tested it last year and it was so bad. Because, I mean, seriously, there's such a difference between the divide. I just never put 2 and 2 together because I never even thought about it. I never even thought about that being an issue, but that's strange. All right, ball speed rankings. Pro V1X, doesn't surprise me. It was surprising to me this year. Mizuno, excellent. Chrome Tour X. Z-Star XV, again, I didn't really have much results with the XV because it's just so unforgiving, but Strixon as a whole did great. MaxFly Tour X, again, very unforgiving. This has got to be almost based on pure strikes. I mean, either robot or just, you know, absolutely really good golfers hitting pure strikes. You know, my experience with the MaxFly Tour X, the Chrome Tour X from last year, the Z-Star XV, you know, they're great if you pure them, but even if you have a little bit of an off-center strike, just a little bit, seriously punishes you. And so that's why my numbers were lower, but still really good there. The diamond's in there, the triple diamond again, good. X, Chrome Tour, super soft, excellent. Okay, cool. Titleist Tour Soft with the most spin. Z-Star Diamond again, either 1 or 2 every time. And then Callaway ERC Soft. Wow, that's kind of surprising. Okay, I would have expected that to be more, but hey, you know, you can't judge a golf ball by the cover. All right, now we get into low swing speed driver, 86 mile an hour. Now, I do agree with that. That is a low swing speed driver, so that makes sense. Callaway Chrome Tour Triple Diamond, Q-Star, Ulti Speed. Okay, that's the first time we've seen the Ulti Speed. Amazing golf ball. One of the fan favorites on the channel. All of you really love it. There is a slight durability issue. It only gets to about 14 holes, but other than that, it's a rocket launcher, and it's extremely accurate and extremely forgiving. Love to see it. Super soft again, excellent. True Feel, Titleist True Feel is a good golf ball, especially when it comes to a 2-piece model. You know, you're getting that Titleist, you know, manufacture process. It's a solid golf ball. I like it. PXG Extreme Tour X again, there it is. MaxFly, Titleist, AVX, Velocity, and staff model. I'm surprised about the AVX because the only people I've talked to and gotten feedback from that really enjoy the AVX, like really enjoy it, are basically guys who swing 115 mile an hour. I've never been able to do anything with it. I get terrible results. It is what it is, but Velocity is a good golf ball as well, kind of an underrated one. Wilson, again, love to see it. Okay. 224.2 with the Callaway Chrome Tour, and then the TP5 again. Boy, that's strange. You know, to see the TP5 fall short on so many categories on this list, but then see the Tour response just light it up. That's insane. I mean, that's abnormal. You don't see that a lot. I mean, you see it on my channel because I swing from the average golfer standpoint, but to see it here in some of the categories we've seen is very eye-opening for sure. Wilson Staff Model X. Oh, here we go. Sorry, another Friskies ad. Goodness gracious. Well, MyGolfSpy, I'm glad I can contribute and help out the site today. I didn't do it with a cash donation, but based on what Walmart's got to be paying you. Okay, good. All right, then we got the ball speed, Wilson Staff Model, PXG again, Max Fly, Titleist, Callaway, okay, good. So again, just like I mentioned before, this has to be either robotic or on pure strikes only, because I'm telling you right now, I know this is a big debate on the channel and we could go back and forth. With X model golf balls in particular, they punish you on mishits. And so by the time I take just, human swings, average swing speed, and I get done, there's, a lot of discrepancy, because if I pure it, absolutely, I do have a high ceiling. But boy, when you mishit it even slightly, I have a low floor. And because of that average, I see a dip a lot of the time. This almost, guys, I'm sorry I keep hitting the freaking keyboard. I guess I just need to push it in. But I do see a significant difference. I really do. And so this has, based on what I'm seeing here, these numbers, it would have to be the best of the best hits just over and over and categorized and narrowed down, I'm guessing. But still, really good. I love to see that. The ulti speed's on there again. Again, Pro V1's at the very, very bottom of the list. But speed-wise, with driver, holy cow, 3,500 with the Chrome Tour X. 3,328 with the TP5, 2,589 with the Super Soft. Okay, so Super Soft seems to be the low spin king. TP5 had a lot, doesn't surprise me, it's 5 layers. So, all right, low swing irons, 65 mile an hour. That's very slow. That's very slow. Vice Pro Plus. I love the Vice Pro Plus, but again, it's very punishing on mishits. I would lose like 20 yards on a mishit. And I say, I'm not talking about a shank. I'm not talking about off the toe. I'm talking like just slightly off center. And I love that golf ball. But the Pro Plus being for low swing speeds, okay. I mean, I trust him. I'm not questioning MyGolfSpy. I do think that that's only if you took like the best pure hits in the world. If you did like 100 shots and you took 5 or 10 of just the purest strikes, maybe. But how often as an average golfer or a high handicap are you really going to get that level of performance out of it? I think this test is really good for seeing what the potential for a golf ball can be. But as far as your average, like if you just took an average guy and said, okay, what's your average you get with this? And you hit 20 shots, took the best 10, I don't know if you'd get these results. Just something to keep in mind. But left dash, again, very punishing on mishits. ERC Soft, okay. Tour BX, again, the X is, yeah, okay. Max Fly Tour. This isn't really useful to me anymore just because at this point it's just, the best a golf ball can be if it's pured. But, I mean, still good knowledge. It's always good to know it. Members Mark, that's surprising being how soft it is. PXG again, which is great. Mizuno, Bridgestone, cool. Same ones. Vice Pro Plus, only a 12-yard difference of 13 between the Pro V1X and the Vice Pro Plus. Again, strange to me that the Pro V1X got last place, but the Vice Pro Plus somehow gets the best. Not sure how they conduct the research, but hey, I believe it. I mean, I'm not questioning them. PXG Extreme Tour, cool. 88.5, excellent. Tour Soft, good. Velocity again. Is there anything okay, Super Soft again, good to see. Pro V1, okay. True Feel, yeah. All very, very close. Tour Soft again. That Z-Star Diamond must just spin like a maniac. And then the Tour Response. Okay, I guess the Tour Response can't be good at everything. It can't be perfect all the time, but still really good. Interesting. 35-yard wedge. Now, I do like a 60-yard wedge, so it'll be a little different. Let's see what we got here. Best is the TP5. Okay, good to see, which makes sense, being a 5-layer golf ball. Okay. Tour BXS, again, a very, very high spinning golf ball. Good stuff. Love to see it. And then the Wilson Staff Model X. Okay, I haven't tested that one this year, but maybe I should. Love to see that. All right. There's some data. There's some charts. That'll be fun to mess with later. Oh, I love when they do the chart. That's awesome. Thank you so much, MyGolfSpy. That's really cool to come in there and be able to see that chart on there as well. Okay, cool. Well, that's the list. So some key takeaways. One, the PXG golf ball is better than a lot of you give it credit for. Now, I know a lot of golf ball addicts are like, Nick, I tried it. Yeah, I believe you. I get that. But I'm talking about the guys who are newer to the channel or who just come over and then leave a nasty comment and leave and never come back. Trashing PXG at this point, I just, their tests are phenomenal. My tests were phenomenal. I've given that golf ball to directors of golf and head pros. They've come back with just overwhelmingly positive feedback. I think it's just time to admit that it's a really good golf ball, and it's $35 a dozen. You know what I mean? Like, and if you're a hero, if you're a police enforcement, ambulance, firefighter, teacher, nurse, Army veteran, a veteran in general, whatever. If you're a hero, you also can get them for like $28 a dozen. I mean, stop fighting it. You know what I mean? It's like being anti a good night's sleep. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tour golf ball that's half the price, and and a lot of you on the internet are fighting it like, oh, it's no good. I won't try it. No, I promise it's no good. Embrace it, man. Embrace it. It's a great golf ball and it's half the price. There's a reason it was #1 on my channel last year. I'm telling you. Also, it seems like MaxFly did really well. Mizuno, heavily underrated. When it comes to spin, it seems like Strixon is perfectly okay with golf balls spinning like a maniac, which is fine. The more backspin you have, the straighter shot you get. You just lose distance, so they're not going to be a distance king by any means. But I'm okay with that. I don't mind that. I don't always need an extra 5-10 yards. I don't always need that. Sometimes I play tighter courses. Overall, thank you, MyGolfSpy. This is a really cool article, and I love this. I love, this for the golf ball community, being a guy who, does everything I do for the golf ball community. It's one of those love-hate things. Like, obviously, some people view us as competition. We're not. It's always important to get the most data you can. Take the data from them, take the data from today's golfer, take the data from me, take all the great data we have access to, and combine it all and make a decision for yourself. It's really a fun thing to do. If you're a golf ball nerd like me and a lot of my golf ball addicts, we love it. And this was a really good test overall. And, you got to give MyGolfSpy some credit. So, if you guys ever, have a little bit extra money, MyGolfSpy doesn't take money. So, throw them some money, throw them a little $5 donation or something to help them out. Because this kind of stuff really does help the golf ball, community. Guys, thank you for being here as I experienced that for the first time. As always, keep watching, keep saving, keep learning. I'll see you guys soon.